My wife sneered. My ex was better than you. My reply made. The color drained from her face. Hi, my name is Ryan, and I'm a 32-year-old man living in Phoenix, Arizona. I want to share a story about how I learned the hard way that the person you love can hurt you the most. When I first married my wife, Sarah, I believed we had the ideal relationship. We laughed, traveled, and shared everything. I trusted her completely, never doubting her loyalty or affection for me. But sometimes the person you love most ends up hurting you the deepest. I had no idea how painful that truth would become for me. It started with subtle changes. Sarah spent more time on her phone, often concealing the screen when I entered the room. She would claim she was just texting friends, but her late-night conversations and sudden mood swings suggested otherwise. I wanted to believe her, so I ignored the warning signs. My mistake was trusting her when she clearly did not deserve it. One evening while we were out with friends, Sarah made a terrible joke that shattered me inside. She laughed and said, "At least my ex was bigger." Everyone laughed uncomfortably, but I felt my heart sink into my stomach. She looked directly at me as she said it, almost as if she wanted to publicly humiliate me. I forced a smile to prevent a scene, but on the inside I was broken. That night, I could not sleep. I replayed her words over and over in my head. It was not just a careless joke. It was disrespectful, a sign that she did not value me as a husband or a man. That's when I realized she was not just being cruel. She had likely been unfaithful, and if she thought I would stay quiet, she was very wrong. Began investigating discreetly. I checked our phone bill, tracked her late-night trips, and one day even followed her after she said she was going to meet her cousin. What I saw confirmed everything. She was with another man, smiling and holding his hand just like she used to hold mine. The joke about her ex suddenly made sense. She had been comparing me all along. Instead of confronting her immediately, I decided to play it smart. I acted normal, treated her kindly, and made her think I was still the same trusting husband. Meanwhile, I gathered proof, photos, messages, and even a recording of her phone calls. My goal was not just to expose her, but to ensure she could never twist the truth against me. Finally, one evening at dinner, she tried to make another insulting remark. This time, instead of staying silent, I smiled and said, "You know, maybe your ex was bigger, but at least he did not have to deal with you cheating, lying, and destroying a marriage." Her face went pale. She laughed nervously, but then I pulled out my phone and put it on the table, showing her the evidence. Her smile vanished instantly. Tears filled her eyes as she realized I knew everything. She begged me to keep it private, saying it was just a mistake and she still loved me. But love is not supposed to humiliate, cheat, and betray. I calmly told her, no woman who respects her husband would ever compare him to another man. And no wife who loves her husband would cheat behind his back. She broke down, crying harder than I had ever seen. For once the power was not in her hands. All those times she mocked me, belittled me, and betrayed me, it all came crashing down on her. She realized the man she had laughed at was the same man who now held the truth that would ruin her pride. I walked away from her that night. I filed for divorce the next morning, including every piece of evidence I had collected. She tried to fight it at first, but the proof was undeniable. The court sided with me and she left with nothing but shame. The same woman who once thought she could humiliate me with her words was now crying because of the truth I had revealed. My friends who had witnessed her cruel joke later told me she regretted everything. She moved in with the same man she cheated with, but he left her after a few months. She lost her respect, her marriage, and her dignity, all because she thought she could get away with betrayal and humiliation. I never looked back. I rebuilt my life, focused on myself, and eventually found someone who genuinely respected and loved me. My ex-wife's cruel joke may have been meant to break me, but in the end it only destroyed her. Sometimes revenge does not require shouting or anger. It just needs the truth delivered at the right time. That night when she cried at my words, I realized something important. Strength is not in size or comparison. Strength is in self-respect, dignity, and knowing when to walk away from someone who does not value you. And that was the sweetest revenge of all. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe to Home Exposed for more. Shocking family secrets and twisted tales.